Well, after a 2 hour, 50-minute long epic, we are back for game two as southeast of Saline taking on the Chapman Lady Irish, and first pitch swinging is Jay Rogers down the third base line. Rogers will lead things off here for Chapman, be followed by catcher Casey Heller, DP Maddie Harold. Can't read my own writing. Then center fielder Taylor Gustafson in the cleanup spot today. Left fielder Tegan Ellis bats fifth, followed by third baseman Abby Martinez. And another good swing out to center. That gets down for a single. Jay Rogers will start things off with a hit. And it's one aboard for Casey Heller. But Tegan Ellis bats fifth and plays left. Then it's third baseman Abby Martinez, right fielder Zoe Peterson, first baseman Reese Langvart, and second baseman Mackenzie Leedy, rounding out the starting lineup for Chapman here today. Southeast of Saline will toss Brenna Baird, the other part of this 1-2 punch, and it is going to be back-to-back hits to start things off. Boy, Chapman picks up right where they left off. They are going to go ahead and hold the runner up at third. Southeast will throw home, and the runner comes home. It gets by, and a run comes in to score here for Chapman. Boy, wreaking havoc on the base pass. Rogers overran the bag and didn't have a choice, but she forced the throw. And it's going to be a run scoring on a Casey Heller double, and then Heller moves up to third with an RBI. So Chapman, after scoring just one run in the first 13 innings to start this doubleheader, they score a run on their first two batters to get things rolling here, and now it is Maddie Harold at the plate. Harold swung a good bat all season long, continued to swing a good bat in game one, just could not quite square anything up. Did have a couple of singles and a couple of hard lineouts that could have been hits, as Brenna Baird tries to take a little something off of that one, and the count goes to 2-0. Baird on the year has tossed now 5 games, all 5 of them starts, 20 2/3 innings pitched, and has pitched to the tune of a 1.02 ERA, a 1.16 whip, 21 strikeouts, only 7 walks, and has yet to hit a batter on the year. An all-conference honorable mention. Pitch here, going to miss down and in, and it's a walk issued to Maddie Harold. And the first 3 runners have reached for Chapman. Southeast of Saline trying to shorten up a little bit and figure out a way to pick up a couple of early outs here. Taylor Gustafson will come to the plate next, the center fielder. First pitch to her, lunging at it and fouling it away as that wind has picked up once again and is blowing in right now. Of course, a quick turnaround trying to get this game in before we run out of daylight here. Sunset set for about 8 o'clock, 6:11 is the time right now. And again, it is Gustafson at the plate, the center fielder. 2 big hits in the first game. We'll take a called strike here, and the count is 1-2. Baird back to work, delivers the pitch. And it is fouled away. And the count goes to 1-2. Southeast keeping more or less the same setup in the field. Still working on getting everything down in the book. Again, a quick turnaround here in between games. But for Southeast of Saline, after this next pitch, which is just off the plate for a ball, it's Maddie Harris behind the plate, Ogre Zolka at first, Adams at second, Potachik at short, and Addison Rohr at the hot corner. J.C. Berghardt in left, Lexi Jacobson in center, and Abby Wyatt out in right. The 1-2, taken back near the middle. They'll try to roll 2 for 1, back across. And in time... Yes, in time. Southeast rolls it up. It's a 4-6-3 double play, but Chapman will happily trade the out for the run. They now lead it 2-0 as Casey Heller comes across to score the second run of the day. So the bases are empty for Tegan Ellis, who will take the first pitch upstairs. Ellis had 2 hits, was officially 2 for 6 in game 1 of our doubleheader earlier today. Here, the 1-0 is hit off the end of the bat. And the count will go to 1-1. Ellis, a sophomore on the season, batting .261. .304 slugging. Decent pop in the bat, still putting the pieces together like so many members of this lineup. And here we'll take a ball upstairs as the count goes to 2-0. 1-1. Fouled back to the screen. Count to 1-2. So Southeast of Saline defeated for the first time all year, trying to bounce back and get game 2. Chapman, though, off to a good start and looking for yet another victory. Got the first one of the hard-fought variety. That one rolls to Potacek, who picks it up and throws to first, and that will wrap up the top of the first. But not before the Irish get on the board. They take a 1-0 lead here on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
The sound of a bat hitting the ball and cheering voices means we're back at the ballparks. Hi friends, it's Winnell Garrettson with Salina Homes, and I'm here to help you call the right pitches. Real estate is like baseball when it comes to perfect timing. A hitter needs good timing to hit a home run, and right now the timing is perfect for that real estate transaction you've been pondering. Whether you're a first-time buyer or downsizing because the nest is empty, I can help you hit it out of the park. Buy or sell, call Winnell at Salina Homes.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
In here to Gypsum, Kansas. Tyler Henry alongside you. Brian Dennett handling all of our production and engineering duties today, also working the camera. And game 2 of our doubleheader underway. An early 2-0 lead here for the Chapman Lady Irish. Southeast of Saline will now step in and take their first at-bats of the day. And I think if you're SES, you're just happy to see anybody but Madeline Harold in the circle. The starting pitcher for game 2 will be Kaylee Livingston. We'll talk a little bit more about her here in just a moment. But for right now, Southeast of Saline will send to the plate Lexi Jacobson, who plays center. She'll be followed by catcher Maddie Harris, shortstop Brielle Potacek, and starting pitcher Brenna Baird in the cleanup spot today. Batting fifth, it is first baseman Kimber Ogerzolka, then second baseman Brooklyn Adams, right fielder Abby Wyatt, DP Avery Kinkelar, left fielder J.C. Berghardt, and rounding out the order, actually not in the order, is the flex today and third baseman Addison Rohr. Next pitch misses away here after an 0-2 start as Jacobson will look to settle in here. Pitch on the way, the 1-2 is popped up and out of play, and the count will stay right where it's at. We will do it again. At this point, it's as much a race against the sun as anything else, just trying to find a way to get this game in. Need at least 5 innings to make it official. Of course, for the full 7-inning game, as this pitch misses away and the count evens at 2-2. Next pitch is going to be laced. It'll be botched there. Boy, almost picked up there by the shortstop, but southeast of Saline aboard here. Lexi Jacobson will reach and rule it a single for Jacobson to bring up Maddie Harris. Get the defense for you in just a moment. For the Lady Irish, again, knowing that they were running out of daylight, as this one misses, the runner goes down to second and will be in safely. A easy steal for Lexi Jacobson. But knowing that we were running out of daylight, I think the umpiring crew shortened the break even further. Normally 15 minutes in between games, perhaps less here. And right into the action of Game 2. Still working through some early game formalities as we are in the home half of inning number 2. Runner takes a big secondary. Strike is called, and the count will begin. It should be 1-1 here. Yep, to Maddie Harris. Next pitch, chopped to short. They will scoop it up this time around. The throw to first is in time. And Jacobson will slide to third as Harris is out. And Brielle Potachik will come to the plate. In the field for Chapman, it will be Heller behind the plate. Langvard over at first. Leedy at second. Rogers is your starting shortstop today. Martinez tending to the hot corner at third. Then your outfield from left to right. It is Ellis, Gustafsson, and Peterson. So both teams employing the same catcher for both games here. Not something you see a whole ton of these days, but real warriors are Maddie Harris, the player who just grounded out, and of course Casey Heller behind the plate. Next pitch, misses, trying to backpick at third. Now a rundown between second and third, and Jacobson going to slide back in safely at third base. I think Jacobson was trying to bait maybe a bad throw that time. Could have probably dove in safely well ahead of that, but instead elected to wait. Not a bad idea. Here, though, the count is 1-1. Pitch on the way is lifted high and foul. And Brielle Potachik will make the count 1-2. 1-2 on its way. And once again, fought away, fouled back to the screen. Count stays right where it's at. Next pitch misses high and away, and the count is now full at 3-2 strikes. All caught up now. Southeast of Saline looking to strike for their first run, trying to get that back. Only one down in the inning. That might be deep enough to score. Lexi Jacobson with good speed. Catch is made. Oh, my goodness. Peterson's got a cannon out and right. It's a good thing that Jacobson stayed put. No chance for the sac fly if you hit it that way. And that is 2 down as Potachik is retired to bring up Brenna Baird. Baird trying to help her own cause here at the plate. Really the only player who successfully got to Madeline Harold a couple of times back in that first game. Right now, Baird stands in, trying to make something happen, get her team on the board here in the first. And we'll take the first pitch up and away for Michaela Livingston. Livingston on the season, 16 innings pitched, making her 5th start of the year, a 3-2 record, a 4.81 ERA, 14 strikeouts to 8 walks. The 1-0 is a called strike. Throw back down to third. Again, trying to backpick Jacobson, or at the very least, just trying to keep her close and honest. But it is to no avail. 1-1 the count on Brenna Baird. Looking to drive in her 11th run of the year. The 1-1. Misses low. Baird leaves it there, and the count goes to 2-1. Baird digs back in. Livingston ready from the circle. The 2-1 pitch is going to be hit. A hot shot back to short, picked there by Rogers. Throw to first in time, and that will do it for the first inning. Chapman leads 2-0 as we go to inning number 2 on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
For over 90 years, when people go car shopping, they've been coming to Marshall Motors in Salina. Hi, this is Dane at Marshall Motors. The world has changed, but the way we do business remains the same. We promise you the right price, no pressure, and to be your trusted dealership for sales and service. For over 90 years, we've been treating people the way we want to be treated and watching them drive away with a smile and a great ride. Come see us in South Salina at Marshall Motors. We keep life moving.
Welcome back in here to Gypsum, Kansas. Tyler Henry alongside you. It'll be Abby Martinez, Zoe Peterson, and Reese Langvard, your 3 due up here for the Lady Irish in inning number 2. And southeast of Saline, after giving up a couple of runs back in the first, looking for another clean frame here. It was all done right off the bat. Rogers singled, Heller drove one in with a double, and then Harold walked. And there was a wild sequence on that Casey Heller double that allowed her to come in. Actually came in to score on the ground out by Gustafson, which was a double play. Either way, Martinez, Peterson, and Langvart. And the first pitch from Brenna Baird is popped up, back out of play to start the count off at 0-1. Martinez, a 200 hitter on the year, coming into today's contests. Really can't say enough about this Chapman team and just how far they've come from a season ago. This is a team that finished well below the 500 line last year. They've come flying out of the gates with the win earlier today. They're now 7-2. And they have been winning close games against some of the better teams in the state of Kansas. Here's one, the wind going to continue blowing it in. Adams is able to look up and make the catch, and that's 1 down for southeast of Saline here in the second. So Zoe Peterson will grab a bat. Peterson, 2 for 6 in the first game. Again, the numbers are a little out of hand for everybody. She'll roll one right back to the pitcher. Baird will pick it and throw it to first. And there's quickly 2 down here in the top of the second. Chapman went through the order exactly 6 times. Southeast of Saline got 2 batters up for a 6th at bat. Went all the way through the lineup 5 times. Wild times for both teams, and a swing and a miss here for Reese Langvard, who came in and got a pinch hit appearance back in the second. Officially 0 for 1 with a strikeout on 3 pitches. Trying to right her fortunes here as the 0-1 is on its way and misses low and inside. The count goes even at 1-1. Wind starting to pick up, continues to blow straight in from center field. Not going to help anybody with a pop-up, much like this one. Baird wants to take it herself, and she dropped it. It's a tough play for a pitcher to make. Normally, they'll concede to somebody else, but she lets it go. And runner aboard on the second southeast error of the day. That brings up Mackenzie Leedy. Leedy 0 for 5 at the plate in the first game of this doubleheader, but came up with a game-saving play from her spot at second base, and really is the only reason Southeast did not walk that game off. Right now, trying to straighten it out at the plate is the freshman. Runner aboard at first, 2 down here in the inning. Brenna Baird back to work from the circle. And a ball that is popped up and out of play, and the count is now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, the count here to Leedy. Batting from the left side. Righty on lefty matchup here. Baird ready, kicks, deals, and it's strike three. Leedy is down looking. It's the first strikeout of the day for Brendan Baird. Gets Southeast out of the second, still down 2-0 on our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of two types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialists will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
Gabe with Sage Products in Salina, offering industrial strength products that get the job done right. We are featuring hospital-grade disinfectant sprays, wipes, and hand sanitizers to keep you safe this time of year. We carry toilet paper with a large assortment of hand towels. Check out our private line of colorful products like Mom's Streak-Free Glass Cleaner or our friendly Amazing Green Bowl Cleaner. Go online to sageselects.com, visit our 9th Street location in Salina, or call 309-1919.
Welcome back in here on our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. Tyler Henry alongside you, Brian Dennett, handling all of our camera and production duties today. And did want to go back and give the final line for the day that Matty Harold had in the circle, because it is something to behold. 13 innings pitched, 1 unearned run allowed on 2 hits, 4 walks, and 23 strikeouts. Turns things over to her counterpart in Kaylee Livingston, who's in the circle now, and will face the heart of the Southeast lineup, Kimber Ogerzolka, Brooklyn Adams, and Abby Wyatt, your 3 due up here for Southeast of Saline. First pitch on its way, drop ball in for a called strike, and the count starts off at 0-1. And really, we've seen a good attack out of Livingston so far today. He's done a good job of getting ahead of hitters. Next offering is on the way. That'll miss upstairs. Easy enough to lay off of that one for Kimber Ogerzolka. Ogerzolka at the plate. 1-1 the count. Pitch on the way. Big swing and a miss. Ogerzolka cuts over the top of it. And the count is now 1-2. Back into the windup. Pitch on the way. Slapped up the right side. That'll skip off the lip of the grass. And Kimber Ogerzolka has Southeast of Saline setting up shop with nobody out, and Brooklyn Adams coming to the plate. Good piece of hitting. Second leadoff single of the day for Southeast. Jacobson singled to lead off the first. And now Ogerzolka singles to lead off the second. Still no outs. Livingston in the circle. And, ball tipped back into the mask of Heller as Adams squared around a bunt. Got a slice of it. And we'll continue to keep an eye on the sun that is setting back behind the field here. There's also a hill that makes things a little more challenging on that side as well. Sunset officially scheduled for 8 o'clock tonight. Right now, 6:32 if you're tuning in on the on-demand stream after the fact. The 0-1 on its way in for a called strike. And a ball they tried to backpick. Kimber Ogerzolka and Langvard had no idea. So nobody was aware that a throw was even coming back down to first. And Kimber Ogerzolka, as a result, is going to move up. Odd sequence there. Brooklyn Adams back at the plate. Trying to get this rolling. The senior, a .364 hitter on the year. The 0-1 misses high. And the count even at 1 apiece. Southeast has done a good job of staying patient at the plate all year. Time called by the home plate umpire to reset the clock here, or rather reset the pitch count. It is 1-2. So Adams at the dish, Livingston in the circle, pitch on the way, fouled off, we'll do it again. Count goes to 1-2. You look at Chapman's season, you look at how they've gotten to this point. They started off with a 5-game winning streak. 2 wins over Valley Heights, 10-0 and 14-3. 2 hard-fought battles with Riley County, 11-1 and 3-0. And then a win over Clay Center, 4-1. They came in having lost 3 of their last 4, but at the same time, you're talking about some really tough opponents as this one golfed down the first base line. Dropped 1 with Clay Center, 10-4, and then split with Rock Creek. That is a good Rock Creek team coming off of an appearance at State a season ago. Chapman would love to make an appearance at State. Certainly got the pieces. One of the big question marks is in the circle right now, but I'll tell you what, for a number 2 starter, Kaylee Livingston's been solid this year. Mentioned the 4.8 ERA, 14 strikeouts, only 8 walks. Here it's Livingston trying to find a way to record an out of Brooklyn Adams with that wind continuing to blow in from straightaway center. The 1-2 is going to be lifted in the air, drifting near the line. And, yep, that is a good call by the home plate umpire. It's a foul ball as it fell between Rogers and Ellis. So the count will stay at 1-2 here on Brooklyn Adams, who has to come back and grab her bat. Adams standing in from the right side. Runner in scoring position. Southeast still trying to find their way on the board. The 1-2 misses low, and the count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Both teams, busy schedules coming up really throughout the rest of the month. Almost the entirety of the softball season crammed into the month of April this year. Oh boy, that one gets away from Heller. And now, I'm not sure what that was about. Ogrzolka tried to come home. Are they calling interference here? So I think it was called interference on the field. And you're going to see here, Coach Cook is going to come out and I think have a word with one of the umpires. She was dead to rights coming home, but if she was told to go by the umpire, that changes everything. They could hypothetically undo the call and just put Ogrzolka back at third. I mean, we've seen some weird things today. And no, that's going to be the call, and now the home plate umpire will come out and have a word with Kyle Cook about that. So they're going to rule interference. What a strange trip around the bases for Kimber Ogrzolka. She gets on with a single. She gets to second on a throwing error on a back pick attempt. She makes it to third on a wild pitch, and then comes in to score on fielder's interference. Strange circumstances. Makes it 1-2. Southeast still down by 1, and still out arguing this is Kyle Cook. And I can understand his frustration. Umpire out in the field patting his chest almost as if to say my bad. Either way we play on. Brooklyn Adams at the plate. And I think count should be 1-2. There's no count on the scoreboard right now. Adams at the plate. And again, yeah, okay, 2-2. Scoreboard shows 3-2. It is 2-2 to Adams. Pitch on the way. Fouled back to the screen, and we'll do it again. Adams a .364 hitter coming into the second contest. Again, we expected this to be good. We did not expect the first game to go 13 innings, though. That was unexpected. Delightful game, though it was. The 3-2 is a ball, and they're going to call it ball 4. Brooklyn Adams will take her base. And southeast of Saline with their second aboard here for Abby Wyatt. SES trying to wash the taste of the first game loss out of their mouths. Anytime a game goes that long, it's hard to shake off. But for SES, they've got a prime chance to find a way to come around and tie this up, as there is still nobody out here in the second. Wyatt squares to bunt, gets it down. It'll be scooped up. They will go the short way. The out is recorded. Nobody holding the runner on at second. And Brooklyn Adams will slide up 60 feet as Abby Wyatt is recorded out. Brings up DP Avery Kinkelar. Kinkelar officially 0 for 3 as a pinch hitter back in the first game. Stands in at the ready to face off against Livingston. Livingston's first pitch, strike one. Kinkelar swings over the top. Livingston back to work. 0-1 the count. Taking a long look over for the sign. And now ready with the pitch. The 0-1. A strike is called. And Kinkelar finds herself down in the count, 0-2. Got to get protective if you're Avery Kinkelar. Trying to find a way to move the runner up. Still just one out in the inning. The 0-2 is swung on and missed. First strikeout of the day for Livingston. 2 down in the second. And J.C. Berghardt coming back to the plate. Southeast still has the tying runner in scoring position. First pitch to Berghardt. This is away. And the count is 1-0 here to start. Everybody started picking things up late in game one as Berghardt swings over the top here. Berghardt reached on 2 walks, struck out once, and grounded out twice back in game one of our doubleheader. Here comes the 1-1. In for a called strike at the knee. Good drop ball there from Livingston. And the count is 1-2 with 2 away in the inning. J.C. Berghardt at the ready here. Livingston, another long look back to the dugout to get the sign. Here comes the pitch. And it is poked down the right field line, but foul. So the count stays 1-2 here on Berghardt. Top of the order due up next. Southeast trying to flip the book back over to Lexi Jacobson and Maddie Harris. Livingston trying to make sure those two don't come to bat until the third inning of play. The 1-2. Ooh, comes in and gets Berghardt. And J.C. Berghardt, as a result, will take her base. And that will put 2 aboard here for the top of the order and Lexi Jacobson. Jacobson led off the home half of the first with a single and then stole second, was stranded at third base. Trying to find her way on and keep this inning going. First pitch, called strike, up and out, little out-breaking riser. And the count begins at 0-1. Again, Jacobson, one of the most efficient in the lineup, slugging .615, getting on base at a .513 clip, leaves that one up around the eyes. And the count moves to 2-1. Next pitch, hit out to center, sinking fast, charging in. It's in and out of the glove of Gustafson. Gustafson can't pick it up, and a run comes around to score as Brooklyn Adams is in safely. And Southeast of Saline has tied this game up at 2 apiece. Jacobson reaches first on the E8. And Berghardt moves up to third to get Maddie Harris another at-bat. Harris stands in at the ready. So far today, 0 for 1 with a ground out. That one in the dirt back to the screen. There is no throw to be made. as staying put is Burghardt. Jacobson, though, will take her base at second. 1-0 the count. Harris stands back in. Slow day for the whole Southeast lineup in game number 1. Looking to remedy that in game number 2. The 1-0. Popped up. Should end the inning. Drifting over and making the catch is Leedy. And that'll do it for the second. But not before Southeast strikes for 2. They tie it up. We got a 2-2 game on our hands here on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
Your next visit to the doctor for an upcoming procedure or surgery should start with a conversation about Salina Surgical Hospital. Hi, this is Geraldine Diedrich, and we are truly committed to fostering your health and well-being. From outpatient procedures to inpatient stays, you will feel the difference in our excellent care and compassion. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure at Salina Surgical Hospital. Your surgical experience is our specialty. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local, community-involved physicians.
Opus Plasma Skin Resurfacing at Salina Medical Aesthetics is similar to traditional laser skin treatments. It uses thermal energy to produce anti-aging results as opposed to traditional laser energy. There's minimal downtime, and each session only takes about 45 minutes. Most patients see a noticeable difference with just one procedure. Treat moderate to deep wrinkles, fine lines, sagging skin, rough patches, poor skin tone, and sunspots. Opus is a fantastic treatment for anti-aging. For a free consultation, contact Salina Medical Aesthetics and learn more at salinamedesthetics.org.
Southeast of Saline picks up 2 runs to tie the game on the strength of just 1 hit, and we go to inning number 3. Top of the Irish order due up here with Jay Rogers, Casey Heller, and Maddie Harold, your 3 to lead off inning number 3. Good couple of games here so far. 2 tightly contested contests. Game 1 ran through 13 innings. Game number 2 all even on the board here as we head to inning number 3. And Brenna Baird back out for another inning of work to face the top of the Chapman lineup. Conditions starting to cool, sun starting to set, still gorgeous weather, about 72 degrees, all sunshine here in Gypsum. And Brenna Baird ready to go here. First pitch on the way, going to be fouled off by Jay Rogers. Rogers gets on base with hits and strikes out. And that's about it. 14 hits, 14 strikeouts, only 2 walks. Has not done a whole lot of grounding out, of popping out. If she's going down swinging. And you got to respect that for the freshman. By the way, to have a freshman batting leadoff, you want to talk about the amount of confidence that Kyle Cook has in his leadoff hitter. And that is a good part of the reason why, although it will find the mid of Burghardt, who has been exceptionally busy out in left field. Matter of fact, I don't know that Abby Wyatt has had to field a single ball out in right today. So it's 1 down for Casey Heller, an RBI double to lead off the first inning. Drove in Rogers and then came in to score herself. New softballs given to our home plate umpire, and we are ready to resume. Baird's got 1. Working from the circle here. First pitch on the way. Took everything off of that one. Pulled the string. To be fair, if you're Heller, you probably leave that pitch there anyway. Not a lot you're going to do to drive that. Open stance for the Irish catcher. The 1-0. Misses up and in, and the count goes, umpire says, to 1-1. Baird at the ready from the circle. 2-0 or 1-1, called strike. And now it is 1-2. So it was 1-1. It's now 1-2. Scoreboard says 2-1. We'll get there eventually. The 1-2 is just a bit high. And the count is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Baird from the hip. Pitch on the way. Soft grounder. Potachik picks, throws. There's your second out of the inning. A quick 6-4 putout. And Maddie Harold coming to the plate. Harold, a 3-for-6 performance A double and a run scored helped set up shop to get Chapman what would eventually be the game-winning run. Here looking to do some more damage. Takes strike one here, facing a new pitcher in Brenna Baird. The 0-1 is popped up and away, and the count will go to 0-2. Already 2 down in the inning. Southeast of Saline looking for one more. Brenna Baird's 0-2 pitch is going to be taken to Potachik, who picks it up and once again will deliver a strike to first to get Southeast of Saline out of the top of the third. To the home half we go. SES and Chapman knotted up 2-2. It's the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
Springtime is here and we're on the go. Visit Commercial Tire Center and get ready to roll. We're driving more and more and getting ready for springtime activities. From the smallest lawnmower tires to passenger tires, farm tires, and the largest truck tires. Call Commercial Tire for repairs that aren't tire related. Our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th in Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Saturday, April 20th from 9 a.m. to noon. Event-only specials, exclusive drawings, and more. This is also a chance for you to learn more about the growing menu of SME's products and services. The Salina Medical Aesthetics Spring Open House, Saturday, April 20th from 9 a.m. to noon. Follow SME on social media for more information.
Brielle Potachik, Brenna Baird, and Kimber Ogre-Zolka will lead off the home half of the third for Southeast of Saline. 2 runs for Chapman back in the first, 2 runs for Southeast in the second. And both teams exchanging 0 spots throughout the early goings of this contest. Once again, we see a conversation happening between one of our umpires and head coach Kyle Cook. Not sure what about, but Southeast of Saline back up and ready to go. It's Potachik, Baird, and Ogre-Zolka on to face Livingston. First pitch is on its way. It's a called ball upstairs. One cool story from this Chapman team, you look at their coaching staff, there is a familiar face that used to don the purple and white. Wyatt Rutherford is a former Southeast of Saline alum, played just about every sport you can imagine here at SES, a former football player, a former wrestler, and a former baseball player for Southeast of Saline. Now teaches, as this one is rocketed back up the middle. Brielle Potachik going to be aboard here with a leadoff single. But Wyatt Rutherford now a teacher and coach at Chapman High School and returning to his old stomping grounds here in Gypsum, Kansas, as Brenna Baird will grab a bat and come to the plate. Baird today 0 for 1. A ground out in this game, but again, boy, she did everything in her power to try to will Southeast of Saline to a Game 1 victory. Of course, Chapman taking that one in short order. Here's one that is going to be taken. It's fumbled over there at short, but the throw still made, and Baird is out at first on the 5-3. Potachik does move up to second. Southeast of Saline with the go-ahead run in scoring position, and Kimber Ogre-Zolka is coming to the plate. Ogre-Zolka had, let's call it an adventure in her first at-bat. Reached first on a single, reached second on an error, reached third on a wild pitch, came in to score on fielder's interference. And here takes ball 1 outside as the count starts at 1-0. Tie ball game early on in this one. 2-2 our score. Livingston looking for another clean frame after giving up 2 back in the second. And pulling back the bunt to take ball 2 is Ogre-Zolka. I know we usually try to tease our next game. We'll be continuing to provide coverage of local area high school baseball and softball throughout the course of the spring, and you can tune in coming up this Tuesday at 4 o'clock in Salina as the Sacred Heart Knights baseball team, currently ranked as the number 2 team in Class 2A, returns home to take on another quality area foe in the Ellsworth Bearcats. Here, a walk issued to Kimber Ogerzolka. We'll put runners at first and second, but don't forget, you can tune in live on the Salina Post and on our YouTube page at Real Salina Post on YouTube for live coverage of both games of that doubleheader coming your way in Salina, Kansas this Tuesday. I'd make an insinuation of if you're tuning into this one live, but we know you're not. Recording this one ahead of time, making it available on demand after the fact for you. And doing all we can, again, to continue bringing you all the best in local area high school sports coverage here on the Salina Post. 0-1 the count to Adams. Reached on a walk, came around to score back in the second inning. Here, potentially, trying to give Southeast the lead. She will square to bunt, pull it back, and take a hack to fall behind at 0-2. Adams going to have to shorten up on the bat a little bit here. Will choke up just a bit. Here comes the 0-2. And again, it misses high. Not a bad idea there. Livingston tries to induce the chase of the riser. But an easy enough pitch to lay off of for Brooklyn Adams. Adams, again, one of many seniors in this lineup, will take a called strike 3. It's the second strikeout of the day for Livingston. And it's 2 down. Here in inning number 3, Southeast trying to avoid stranding a couple of base runners in another tie game. Abby Wyatt at the plate. Stands in from the left side, ready to go here. So far 0 for 1, grounded out back to the pitcher. And we'll take a first pitch low and outside for strike 1. 2-2 the count. 2-2 the score. 0-1 the count. And strike 2 now making it 0-2. Livingston looking for one more good pitch to get out of the inning. Delivers the 0-2, gets a chase. And it's fouled off. Staying alive here, though, to fight another pitch is Abby Wyatt. Another chase, but another piece of it. Wyatt just staying alive here. All she needs to do. Trying to force Livingston to bring one a little bit closer as our umpire will, break out the excavation gear and locate the plate. And there it is. That thing has seen better days. Although given the Southeast has scored a total this year of 96 runs, a lot of people have stepped on that thing already this season, and plenty stepped on it last year too. But it's Chapman that had the last laugh in Game 1. They're looking to do the same here in Game 2 with a 1-2 count. Livingston rocks into the windup, delivers the pitch. This one sliced out to left. Ellis drifts over. It's over Ellis's head. That's going to score at least 1 run. They'll wave the runner around. It should score 2. There will be a throw here to third, not in time. And it's a bases clearing RBI triple for Abby Wyatt. Southeast of Saline going to take a 4-2 lead here in the third. Patachik came in to score from second. Ogerzolka scores all the way from first. And we have got a sub as Kiki Riedel will grab a bat here for Avery Kinkelar. First pitch to Riedel. Misses for a ball. Southeast brought 2 around to score back in the second. They've scored 2 here in the third. Still 2 outs in the innings. Livingston still just looking for 1 more to put it to bed. And a swing and a miss there from Riedel will even the count at a ball and a strike. Wyatt with the triple aboard at third. Pitch on the way. It's going to be chopped to second, scooped up. The throw to first is in time, and that will end the third inning. But not before Southeast strikes for 2 more runs. They take a 4-2 lead as we go to the fourth here on the Salina Post. Game of the week.
The sound of a bat hitting the ball and cheering voices means we're back at the ballparks. Hi friends, it's Winnell Garrettson with Salina Homes, and I'm here to help you call the right pitches. Real estate is like baseball when it comes to perfect timing. A hitter needs good timing to hit a home run, and right now the timing is perfect for that real estate transaction you've been pondering. Whether you're a first-time buyer or downsizing because the nest is empty, I can help you hit it out of the park. Buy or sell, call Winnell at Salina Homes.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
Welcome back in here to Gypsum, Kansas. Tyler Henry alongside you, southeast of Saline. Jumps out to a 4-2 lead as we go to the fourth inning. And at this point, like I said, racing the clock, racing the sun just a little bit here. As we've got about an hour of daylight left. Just needing to get through 2 more innings at the very least to make this thing official. And would love to get through 7, but after a 13-inning epic in game number 1, just don't know how much more daylight is going to be out here in general. 4-2 lead for Brenna Baird and company. Taylor Gustafson will swing at the first pitch. She sees it's off the glove of Potachik and into center for a leadoff single. Taylor Gustafson will start the party with a hit, and Tegan Ellis will grab a bat and come to the plate. Ellis grounded out to second her first time up, as did Abby Martinez, who stands ready in the on-deck circle. As the pitch misses inside and the count starts off at 1-0. Normally, southeast of Saline's baseball team would also be playing just off to the right field side, but today they are playing down in Lindsborg. Taking on the Chapman Fighting Irish, though. See if we can't get you a score from that game. See if our cell signal will allow me to check my usual sources for good scores. Here's one taken back. Baird will let it go. That's a heads-up play by Brenna Baird. It's going to lead to a double play. Baird could have picked that ball up. A lot of pitchers would have followed that instinct, but she lets it roll to Adams, who tags the bag and throws back to first. And that is a solid double play to clear the bases for Abby Martinez. That is exactly what you want if you're southeast of Saline, and it's 2 down for Martinez. First pitch misses up and away. 1-0 the count on Abby Martinez, and she's going to roll one up the middle. That gets through. It's another single on the ground here for the Chapman Irish. And Chapman maybe not done yet here, as Zoe Peterson will grab a bat. Peterson grounded out back to the pitcher, her first time up. As this one is fouled away down the line. Do have one update for you on our area scoreboard presented by Salina Surgical Hospital. Southeast of Saline baseball takes game 1 from Chapman. The final score 5-4. Southeast gets the victory over the Irish on the baseball diamond. Here, a strike called, and the count goes to 0-2. Baird has Peterson right where she wants her. Only 1 strikeout for Baird so far. Normally a high-volume strikeout pitcher. Hunting that second one here, looking to get her team's bats back up. Almost does so there, but taking all the way is Zoe Peterson, and the count will go even at 2-2. Actually goes to 1-2. Baird back to work. Pop up shallow, and that ball is going to stop and come to rest on the line. Throw back to third, not in time, and the runner's turning to take second. That ball had so much topspin that Ogre Zolka kept chasing it, and it kept rolling, and then it stopped just on the line. That could have still been a foul ball. Crazy stuff there. Martinez moves up to third. Peterson takes second on the infield single. Not every day you see that. And Chapman now in striking distance with Reese Langvart at the plate. And Langvart will foul this one off. Back here to the backstop. Count starts off at 0-1. Mackenzie Leedy in the on-deck circle. Southeast hoping they won't have to face her at all this half inning. Still just needing one more out, tying run in scoring position. And one, it's going to get off the mitt there, flip back to the plate, she is out. That ball bounced off the chest plate of Maddie Harris, right back to Brenna Baird, the tag applied, and we're going to have to check to make sure that Abby Martinez is okay. We'll step away for now, back with more when we return on the Salina Post. Well, welcome back in here after a long delay and some good news, at least we think. As far as we can understand, the lone senior on the roster in Abigail Martinez has been taken off here in an ambulance, but we have been assured that she should be okay after going down and hard a play at the plate and suffering some seizures down there. But luckily the medical staff and the medical team on hand here able to contain the situation, and obviously our thoughts and prayers and all the best are with Abigail Martinez and her family. But here we play on for Southeast of Saline. It'll be the 9-1 and 2-hole hitters due up to lead off the fourth. And the sun fading fast here in Gypsum. Just trying to get this game through the top of the fifth if Southeast of Saline can stay out in front. Got to think it's got to be a weird situation for everybody involved to try to come back out and play some softball after that. Again, nearly an hour-long delay. And the first couple of pitches for Livingston missed the zone. Here, Berghart will cut through it, and the count is 2-2. Southeast of Saline leading the way 4-2. As SES scored 2 runs in the second and third. Chapman scored both of their runs back in their half of the second. Pitch misses upstairs, and the count goes to 3-2 on J.C. Berghart. Berghart reached on a walk back in the second inning of play. 3-2 the count. Pitch on the way from Livingston, and it's fouled away. Pitch would have been, I think, up high for a ball had Berghart laid off. But now truly in a race against the sun. Not a lot of daylight left. For Southeast of Saline, though, trying to come up and wrap things up here. If they can get 3 more outs on the other side, I believe this game is likely going to be in the books. And it's a tip into the mitt for a strikeout. That'll be the third of the day for Livingston. And with one down, it's Lexi Jacobson standing back in here at the dish. Jacobson ready to go now, taking her third plate appearance of the day, and will lace one into center. Gustafsson, though, overlooks up, makes the catch, and the second out is recorded. So 2 down now for Maddie Harris, who is 0 for 2 today, a ground out and a pop out. Harris digs in. Trying to start something here. Southeast looking for a little more insurance, but you can tell just by looking at the field, not much daylight left to play with both the bleacher set and, of course, the hill just behind us. Livingston's bounced back, though. She's recorded a couple of quick outs, and here will induce a foul tip of Maddie Harris to make the count 1-1. Harris ready to go here once again. Pitch on the way. Misses upstairs, and the count goes to 2-1. Two balls and a strike on the Lady Trojan catcher. Pitch from Livingston. It's going to be chopped to second. Missing the backhand there is Lady, but able to make the throw. And it's 3 up, 3 down for the Lady Irish. As far as we know, Chapman could be down to their final 3 outs on the other side of the break. We'll step away. Back with it when we come back on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
Opus Plasma Skin Resurfacing at Saline Medical Aesthetics is similar to traditional laser skin treatments. It uses thermal energy to produce anti-aging results as opposed to traditional laser energy. There's minimal downtime, and each session only takes about 45 minutes. Most patients see a noticeable difference with just one procedure. Treat moderate to deep wrinkles, fine lines, sagging skin, rough patches, poor skin tone, and sunspots. Opus is a fantastic treatment for anti-aging. For a free consultation, contact Salina Medical Aesthetics and learn more at salinamedesthetics.org.
Springtime is here and we're on the go. Visit Commercial Tire Center and get ready to roll. We're driving more and more and getting ready for springtime activities. From the smallest lawnmower tires to passenger tires, farm tires, and the largest truck tires. Call Commercial Tire for repairs that aren't tire related. Our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th in Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Welcome back in here on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week as we go now to the home half, or rather the visitors half of inning number 5. Chapman will send 8, 9, and 1 to the plate. Reese Langvart, Mackenzie Leedy, and Jay Rogers. And they could, again, depending on how this is ruled, they could represent the final hope for the Lady Irish, who trail 4-2. Sunlight fading fast here in Gypsum after a 13-inning game number 1 and about an hour delay for medical purposes in game number 2. Brenna Baird back out here facing Langvart. And her first pitch, a drop ball that'll be swung on and missed for strike 1. 0-1 the count. Mackenzie Leedy in the on-deck circle. Baird ready to go, delivers home the pitch. This ball slapped into the gap in left center. That one tracking all the way back to the wall. That's going to get down. It should be 2. Langvart turns and digs for second. And the leadoff runner is in scoring position here for Chapman with nobody out. So a good start there for Langvart. And it will bring Leedy to the plate, as they will get a courtesy runner in at second. That is Carmen Courtois, the sophomore. So it's Courtois in to run for Langvart. Chapman needing 2 runs to extend this, or at the very least to force a bottom of the 5th. And it's Leedy standing in at the plate. Leedy made a game-saving play back in the field in game number 1, but is still 0 for at the plate, as she was pulled for Langvart in her final at bat. 0 for 5 in game 1, 0 for 1 here in game 2. But a chance once again to potentially play the hero if she can get herself on base and extend the inning. Still nobody out. Next pitch for Baird, a little flare shot. That's got a chance to get down, and it will in fair territory. Throw to third is in time. They say they didn't get her. Throw back to second, not going to be in time. And they're going to say, oh, wow. So I got to say, I agree that one of them is out. I disagree as to which one it is, but they're going to say that Courtois is safe at third and Chapman's Leedy is out at second. Okay. Although, to be fair, if you're Chapman, if you get to choose which one you want to keep on the base pass, you'd choose to keep the runner at third. Jay Rogers now at the plate. It's going to strike one into left field. The catch is made there by Johnson. The runner tags. Throw's going to be cut off. And there is a run for the Irish. So Chapman will get a run. It's 2 down in the inning. Base is empty. And Casey Heller is at the dish. Southeast needing to record just one more out. Heller trying to extend the inning with 2 down. Baird looking to close it out. First pitch on the way. Misses high. Ball 1. Heller so far in this game is 1 for 2. An RBI double, a run scored, and a ground out for her. Here is the 1-0. Ball misses low, and the count now 2-0. Baird hasn't struggled to locate the zone, but has been getting touched up here just a little bit. 2 well-hit balls, a double and a single so far. A well-hit ball on the sac fly 2 as strike 1 is taken, and the count goes to 2-1. Southeast of Saline looking for one more out. 2-1 pitch is going to be chopped to second, awkwardly picked up. Throw to first is going to be in time, and that may just do it. See if the umpires concur here or if we're getting another half inning. It's a tough call. You wonder if there's even enough daylight to play this out. In the meantime, we'll step away, back with more on the other side on the Saline Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Saline Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Saline Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalineRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Well, despite the encroaching darkness, we play on as we head to the home half of inning number 5, southeast of Saline. Back up to bat, Brielle Potachik will stand in now. 1 for 2, a single and a run scored. A fly out to right back in the first. And we'll dig in, ready to go here. Livingston back out for another half inning of work. Delivers home the first pitch, misses upstairs, and the count will start at 1-0. For Southeast, just to walk out of here with a split would feel all right given the way the first game went down. They cling to a 1-run lead, would like to extend it. And, of course, the longer they can drag this out, the less daylight there is to play in. And you wonder, again, how dark it's going to have to get. Still a decent amount right now, but it's not so much the sun itself. It's the way the field is positioned as the 1-1 will miss. And the count goes to 2-1. There is a reasonably sized hill just behind us. And the sun is going to find its way below that hill before it finds its way below the skyline. 2-1 the count. Livingston ready to go. Will deliver the pitch here to Potachik, and it misses high and outside. So the count goes now to 3-1. Potachik, Baird, and Ogrzolka, your 3 due up here for the Lady Trojans as this misses. And Brielle Potachik is aboard with a leadoff walk to bring up the pitcher, Brenna Baird. So Baird's got an opportunity to help herself out a little bit here at the plate. Batting for herself in the pitcher's slot, today's DP started off as Avery Kinkelar. It is now Kiki Riedel. Ways to go before we get to that part of the order. First pitch, missing high and away, and the count will start at 1-0. Southeast of Saline, leading by 1. Everybody's settled back in after the long delay. Big swing and a miss there for Brenna Baird. And the count is even at 1-1. So far, Potachik staying put over there at first. 1-1 pitch on the way. Takes a big secondary. Back pick attempt, not in time. So Livingston back to work again. Facing Baird, who is going to lift one out to right. Boy, that thing had some carry on it, but the catch is made by Peterson. And that is one away here in the 5th. Boy, it looked like for a moment Peterson thought she was just going to be able to make the catch straight up, had to backpedal quite a ways to get there. So it's one down. It's Kimber Ogerzolka at the plate now. And the first pitch to her misses high, and the count starts off once again at 1-0. Temperatures really cooling off. It was about 72 degrees and all sunshine early on, with the sun starting to set, about 68 now. And that breeze turning into more of a wind. Still blowing in from more or less straightaway center. Count is a ball and a strike. One down here in the inning. One aboard for Southeast. That's Potachik with the leadoff walk over at first. And another ball fouled back to the screen here will make the count 1-2 on Kimber Ogerzolka. Ogerzolka has reached twice. She has scored twice. A single, a walk, and 2 brought across. The 1-2. Big swing and a miss, strike 3. And there is the 4th K of the day for Livingston. Kaylee Livingston now 1 out away from giving her bats another chance in the visitors' 6th. Brooklyn Adams at the plate, a walk and a strikeout so far. Also came in to score a run back in the 2nd. First pitch, again, misses high and outside. Ball 1's been a problem for this Chapman team, at least here since the restart. But with that said, they have only allowed the 1 runner to reach as the 1-0 misses in the dirt, and the count goes to 2-0. Adams staying patient, trying to pick out a pitch she can drive. Might be sitting back here, 2-0. Here comes the pitch, and it's in for a called strike. Yeah, it looked like Adams was at that point content to take for as long as she needed to. Seen a strike now, though, and the count goes to 2-1. The pitch fouled back to the screen, and the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Deuces Wild on the board. 4-3 Southeast lead. Lady Trojans looking for some insurance here in the 5th of a game that may not have the sunlight to go the distance. The 2-2. That's lunged at and hit foul down the right field line. Potachik will have to turn around and head back. In case you weren't with us earlier, Southeast of Saline's baseball team got a 5-4 victory over the Chapman Fighting Irish. They took that down in Lindsborg. Southeast of Saline softball fell at the hands of Chapman. The final score in Game 1 of our doubleheader, 5-1. That game took 13 innings to finish. And here, a ball taken 5-hole on Langvart is going to allow Potachik to move up, and they're going to go ahead and wave no. Now they'll hold Potachik up, and wisely so. But an error here on the Lady Irish allows Adams to reach second, and it puts runners on second and third. A little more insurance for Southeast with Abby Wyatt coming to the plate. Wyatt, 2 RBIs already today on a triple back in the 3rd inning. And brought in both Kimber Ogerzolka and Brielle Potachik, who currently stands on 3rd base. Casey Heller toughing it out here behind the plate as we play on. And okay, they're going to say that is the ball game. Mid-inning, but not enough daylight, and that'll do it. So Southeast of Saline going to hold on for a 4-3 victory. And it's a split of the doubleheader. As Chapman comes out, they take Game 1 5-1. Southeast of Saline will win Game 2 4-3. And that will just about wrap it up here for us. One last time for Tyler Henry, for Brian Dennett. This has been the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. You caught it right here on the Salina Post.